Welcome to Tiny Time, our Life on Purpose playlist where we show you how we are putting up our 33-foot travel trailer on a permanent site. And the first project that we completed was putting our camper up on cinder block columns. Now, in the video, I talk about them being putting the camper up on columns, but they're block columns underneath the frame of the camper near the axles in order to make the camper more stable. It reduced the shaking and the movement when you get up and you walk through the camper in the middle of the night, or just whenever. Just made it really feel very much more stable, more like an actual permanent house. And so check out our video and watch how we put our camper up on columns and see if this is going to be your next project. Hope you enjoy the video. It's Tiny Time with M&M. Let's talk about RV support columns. Well, we're finally here. We have our camper on our long-term site, and now we're going to put block supports under our camper to increase the stability. First thing you're going to do is have a good foundation upon which to build your columns. Make sure they're level, make sure they're well supported. Once you've leveled out your foundation, go ahead and start building those columns. Build the block column up to right underneath the frame support of your camper. If you are a recreational camper, perhaps you have been that person who is experienced in the middle of the night, you're sleeping, you're trying to get your rest, you've got plans for the next day, and then someone gets up, walks through the camper, and your camper seems to be bouncing, and not in a rhythmic way that makes you want to go to sleep. This is in that herky-jerky way that makes you want to get up and say, "Would you please stop moving the camper?" Well, for us, putting our camper up on blocks greatly reduced that sense of bouncy motion when anyone was up and moving through the camper. It was just absolutely fantastic, the change that this made in the overall camper stability. You don't want the frame of your camper resting directly on the top of the block column, and in just a few moments we are going to take a look at what you should do. Instead of resting your frame directly on the blocks, lift your camper just enough to be able to insert a piece of wood between the frame and the top of the block column. This allows your block column to support your camper while still allowing a little bit of space for give. The last thing to do is to repeat the process. Step 1, make sure your foundation blocks are level. Step 2, build the block column up as close as you can to the bottom frame of your camper. Step 3, span the remaining distance between the top of your column and your camper frame with an additional block and a piece of soft wood between the top of that column and your frame so that you have both stability and a little bit of give. Stay tuned for our next Tiny Time video that will show you how to put in a hard pipe sewer for your camper. But first, after a long, hard day's work, It's time to take a break. Sweet dreams.